What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Lucas Live, ladies and gentlemen. Excited to be here with you guys. I have a very special guest in the building today. I mean, it's kind of messed up to be like special, very special, extra special. She's extra special. We have your host, Dani. I almost said your co-host because she's my co-host. We host stuff together all the time. So I'm super excited to have her on today. She's sitting right here giving me a hard time already. She came in with food and drinks and she's spilling stuff for all of that. I don't know. She's just acting up. But I'm excited to be here with you guys. Let's share this broadcast. If you're watching live or by replay, hit that share button. Now, we're live at Lucas Tyndale on Facebook, and normally I go live to Lucas Live Media. But we're trying some new things. I was, just studying what makes things go and what makes things work and how we can reach more people. And it said, you know what? People like you as a person, not just as a business. So go live to your personal page and share it to your business page. So that's what we just did. Just shared it to the business page. Super excited about everything. All the guests we've had so far. I want to thank Krista Allison, Dr. Arrington, my man Mike Sturdivant yesterday for coming on. And I'm so glad my sister was able to come on this week. Now, it's early for her. Don't give her a hard time. It's bright and early. You know what I mean? But she still comes in on and ready to roll. So she's going to be ready to go. We also have this sunlight thing going on that happens here in this studio, which I'm going to have to figure out. I guess I got to get some curtains or something. We have this beautiful view of Centennial Plaza. But the sunrise is right in our face and comes right at us. So you're going to see us with different levels of glow today. But, just hit the hearts and tell us you love the glow that we have here today. When you come in, say hello and let us know you're here. And just join the show. Jump in, comment, ask questions. Let's have some fun together. There are a couple things that I want to let you guys know, specifically this evening from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Doubletree Hotel. Doesn't everything happen at the Doubletree? Everything in the city. The Doubletree is the spot. The Devon Moore Health Symposium is tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. It will be streaming live at Lucas Live Media on Facebook and YouTube. A panel of doctors and medical professionals are going to be sharing with us about how to live healthier lives in honor of Devon Moore. You guys are going to learn more about his story tonight, and you guys are going to be able to hear from these great doctors about living healthihier lives and what we can do here in 2026. So don't miss that tonight. Make sure you tune in live. That is a part of the Strong Family Wellness Weekend. They are kicking it off tonight. They have people are flying in from all over the world tonight to Canton, Ohio for the Strong Family Wellness Weekend. It starts tonight. They have things tomorrow, things Saturday, things Sunday. It is going. Shout out to Shauna Shahidra Strong, and Shahidra will be our guest tomorrow here live in studio to tell us more about everything going on. I don't know how we're all going to keep up, but I hope we can, and we can show them love and support. We always want more things in our city, and we have it now, right? We have things going on in our city. Also, shout out to Centennial Plaza. Wendy is also going to be a guest on our show. Wendy helps run Centennial Plaza. The city of Canton now runs Centennial Plaza. They have some great concerts, great events going on down here. There's going to be so many things. I can't wait for us to be sitting up here in our studio, going live, showing you guys a live view of what's going on in the plaza while we sit up here in the studio. We're going to have a little party. We'll go live. We'll maybe have a DJ. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to have a good time showing you guys some great things coming soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm going to bring on my distinguished guest, my partner in business and crime, my co-host, the one behind the scenes, the chief executive officer, the chief executive CEO, that would be me. She's the chief operating officer of Lucas Live Media, and she is here today. Welcome, Miss Dani Williams. What's up, Dani? What's up? We are here in the building. How you feeling?
I'm good. I said I'm excited to be a guest, so I just made a little post and like, come watch me live. And I don't know, I'm just excited to be a guest. I've always been like a host.
Yeah.
So I was a guest on John P's podcast before, and then a guest on yours with DJ doing True Body. So now I'm your host, Dani, and
You know what's really funny? This is really funny already.
That sounds good at the mic.
You got to pull it closer. I don't know.
Okay.
Listen, here's the funny thing already. And we got some new angles. I had to bring some new angles and new views for you to be on the show today. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not Mike's acting up.
I know, it's falling on me.
there we go. It'll be fine. I don't
Is
know.
it catching me? Can
Yeah,
I hear me?
I'm sure.
Okay.
You guys let us know. I'll turn her up. Turn her up. Listen, good morning, Aunt Gloria. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, you guys. As you guys come in, let us know you're here. We appreciate you so much. The funny thing is, Dani, already, even the way you're sitting is different than how the other guests sit.
Really?
Because yes, here's the funny part. When I thought of having guests, my thought was this is kind of how they would sit. Kind of cheating out is what we call it, right? Kind of toward the camera, and whatever, right? But most people are sitting facing me, which makes sense, right? We're figuring it out. You see, every day, you know how we do. We figure it out. But you're doing it. I'm like, wait, how does this work? How does this look? You already, of course, you're sitting like a host because you're used to being a host, right? Yeah.
It's in my DNA. No.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes
I'm
sense.
excited though.
Yeah. So I've known you I was thinking about it yesterday. It's we 10 years is an easy marker.
Yeah.
But it's been longer than that.
It has been.
It's like we've known each other for 10 years because it's just like it's a round number. But I'm like, man, it had to be 12, 13 years. 12, it's going.
Yeah, it is going. I mean, I think we were saying 10 probably like 2.5 years ago.
That's true.
So now we're like, 10 years. Like, just it's stuck because it was like, but it has been longer. We've been doing business for 2.5 almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So that means before then,
right?
Yeah.
And you're still, and you also do some things with my wife. You guys are going on a trip soon.
Yep.
I
met your wife first.
Yes, very close proximity in time, but yes, you did.
Yeah, I met her first. It was so. Do you remember the story?
Yeah, go ahead and tell them though. Go ahead.
Tell the story.
I don't know.
It was so crazy because I went to school. I'm an education major,
Mhm.
so I went to school for early childhood education, and I worked at the McKinley Early Childhood Center.
Right.
So I guess maybe I did. I don't even know when.
Did you meet me first? I don't know.
Maybe I met you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was also Tori Fonts. That's one of my good friends.
Mhm.
She was doing fashion shows and stuff. And Corinne put her clothes in the fashion show.
Mhm.
I remember her and Levitra was there. And I remember doing my little walk or whatever. I forget who I walked for, like what clothing brands, but when I was done, her and Levitra came up to me and was like, we want you to be like a model. We want you to model the clothes. And I was like, okay, so we just exchange information. And then I was downtown, coming to her studio.
Her studio was right next door to where we are right now.
Coming to her studio and trying on clothes. And then I had learned that she made them herself.
Yeah.
That I had never met anybody that actually took a sewing machine and some cloth and started making like pants, shirts,
right?
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is crazy. This is cool. So she's taking pictures of me, and now I'm on her website. I hadn't even seen her website, or I seen the pictures when she would send them to me, but I hadn't seen the website. So now I'm working at the McKinley Center, and I get called.
Childhood.
Yeah. I
interviewed you, right?
Yeah, I think.
Did I interview you? Maybe church. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't remember.
Okay.
But I get called to the office, and this was like the first couple of weeks working, and I had already gotten in trouble for having my phone in my pocket.
So you knew
in my
what
pocket,
it was.
y'all.
It was against the rules.
I had gotten in trouble for that. So when they called me down, I'm like, what did I do? What did I do now? And I just got here. Like I just started this job. So I go down there, and they were like, "Is this you?" And I had to take a double take too, because I was like, I'm looking at their computer. I was like, yeah, that's me. Like this is Lucas's wife. I was like, oh, really? Like, so I have met like Corinne authentically through something that I was doing, modeling, doing fashion shows. She's making her clothes. And then something else that I was doing, going to school for education. So I'm like, I'm going to go work at a daycare so that I can just, get that experience. Yeah. And then I met both of y'all, and we clicked in our way, and I clicked with Corinne in her way. And it's crazy, even if you guys weren't together, I probably still would be friends with both of you. Like, our own little relationships, but y'all are married, so I get to just have both of y'all.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mike, so look at me reading the comments. Look at how you replaced me.
Mike? What's up? Look, I replaced you already. It's so sad,
Good morning, Miss Cliffy.
What's up? What's going on? Didi Backy, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here in the comments. We always appreciate anybody who takes a moment, even if you guys don't have all morning, to stay with us. Pop in, say what's up, say hello. We really appreciate you guys. And if you can't engage the whole show, but you can listen because you're getting ready for work and your kids ready, whatever it is, you guys stick with us. We appreciate it. Good morning, Aunt Lane. Thank you so much for.
I want to say shout out to Miss Cliffy. Miss Cliffy is one of my favorite people, most favorite people. Yes. And she posted on Facebook the other day about she was going through something, and I I think I liked her comment or whatever after I had text her. I text her like, excuse me, are you okay? So I'm probably gonna go see her today or tomorrow just to just pop in because I was like, I don't know what happened, but I was like, I haven't talked to her in a while, and that would
Yeah.
just be terrible. It would just be a hard thing to deal with if anything happens to somebody that I care as much as I care about Miss Cliffy. Like, I haven't seen her, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no reason for me to not. Like, we text here and there, but I'm like, no, like, I wish I had like telepathic, like people could like
Right.
feel me thinking
Think about
about them, because I think about people, but I don't know, I'm bad at like reaching out and like saying hey. So
So,
I'm like, I'm gonna do better, and I'm like, I'm gonna go see Miss Cliffy because I'm never gonna get no.
so you're saying, hey, now, and this is something I think that's a great lesson for all of us. One thing I try to do is when somebody comes to my mind, I reach out to them. Like, because texting is so easy now. It's just,
I know.
and the crazy part is 9 out of 10 times when I do it, they're going through something.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just am like, so and so. It's like God just puts them on my mind. I reach out and say, hey, just wanted to say what's up. And I don't try to reach out to him and be like, the Lord told me you was going through. Right? But I just be like, hey, how are you? Checking on you, just want you to know I love you, whatever, whatever. And you're right, because the crazy thing is, how many times are people making those posts saying, this one hurt?
Yeah.
Or I haven't talked to him in a while, or whatever it is. And it's like, man, we got to do better. Miss Cliffy, like you,
I love you too.
Miss Cliffy is amazing, you know, and I think I might have met Miss Cliffy through you, but
Yeah.
I heard about her before I met her. Like you talked about how wonderful and genuine she was. So when I met her, it was like instant. She just is that person.
She was like another mom. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when people there's so many things I could say, but like, you know, she took my baby, my son in, and that,
Yeah.
and anybody that loves my son, like, you know, they got a good place in my heart.
Right.
But she also stepped up in my cheer camp and was like, Daniel, get about to run everything. Like, I'll do the sign in, I'll do this. Like, she looking at me like, did you drink some water today? Did you go get you a snack? Like,
Right.
you know, she was just like that extra mom. But then that's like, I'm such a like doer, so I'm like, I don't want like how you are. I don't
Yeah.
want to, you know,
Urge you to do
overwhelm
this.
somebody
Right.
with this, so I'll do it. But
Right.
she was looking at me like, no, give me the work. Like, what do you need me to do? I'll do it. So those kind of people are like
Near
the
and
ones
dear.
that is really rocking with you. So you gotta, you know, just make
Gotta
sure they
stay.
show your appreciation, because not many people are like that.
Yes, absolutely. She is near and dear.
Yeah.
We're shout out to Didi Backy. He said he likes the angle switches. You know,
Yeah.
we appreciate that, and we just be figuring stuff out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always learning and growing and trying, and things aren't always perfect. You know, you do photography and
Yeah.
videography. You know how it goes. But we thank you guys for that support. Mike, shout out to Mike Sturdivant, our guest yesterday. If you missed yesterday's show, make sure you go back and watch it. Me and Mike had a wonderful conversation. He said, "Look how fast he replaced me." Hilarious. He's probably at a coffee shop near you.
Yeah.
Great guy. And I love what Mike talked about yesterday was how he has found a sweet spot in doing marketing for really small businesses. And he mentioned some pricing, and I was looking at him like, how you do it for that much? I was like, man, that's that's rough. But he's found a way to do it. And I love that he cares so much about the local community. What's up, Adriana Downing? What's up, Dree?
Hey girl, we're gonna see you this weekend.
What's
With
up?
the camera.
Yeah, you can be somewhere with a camera. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing her guy Rocky Dorsey, who they do live shots. He's been out here every day doing senior pictures at Centennial Plaza.
Oh yeah.
Every day I look out here in the evening at some point, it's him and some young people out
That's
here and their
amazing.
families.
That's pretty cool.
So great, so great. Devin Williams, thank you so much for being here. Hello, hello, hello.
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What's up? So Dani, let's talk a little bit about your journey from cheer coach. I said this in the description, like you went from being a cheer coach to being someone who cheers people on, you know, cheering on our city, you know, like you're somebody, because a cheerleader's job is to shine light and get the crowd excited about the game going on. So you're not the center of attention, you're trying to bring attention to the court, to the field. And it's like that hasn't changed in you. So talk to me a little bit about, tell people who may not know how you kind of started as a, you know, a cheer coach. And then maybe we can talk about how you kind of take that same spirit in supporting other people.
Okay, so I started as a cheer coach. There was like a youth league team that needed coaches, and someone asked me to be a coach for a youth league team, and I was like, okay, I will. And it's funny too. I also helped Miss Audie Everett. she was coaching at Harder. She was coaching her daughter Aria,
Mhm.
and that was like my first real like just kind of helping somebody coach. She knew I was a cheerleader, so she was like, "Come help me. They don't have a coach."
Mhm.
So I was doing youth cheerleading coaching just for a year. And then Aria went to Layman, and Layman Polar Bears at the time
Yes.
didn't have a cheer coach there, right? So Miss Audie called me and she was like, "They need a cheer coach. Will you do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it.
Really? I
Yeah."
didn't know that's how it
Yeah,
started. Okay.
that's literally how it happened. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And like, no, I was working at Layman without any paperwork.
Uh-huh.
They were like, I had to like get a few things filled out, but I was like just I was kind of like when you're a coach, you have to go and take some trainings and do a few little tests, just things to get you ready for concussions or just make sure you know what
Yeah.
you know what's going on, heat exhaustion, all kinds of things, right? So I didn't start that until like football season. Like so we went the whole summer. We had parades, we had all the things. So they shout out to them.
Right.
So I worked at Lehman for I think like 6 years, maybe six and a half, 7 years. And I loved it. I went to school at Lehman, I chaired there. And I think, my coaching style came from my coach, Miss B at McKinley.
Mhm.
There was like a lot of different perceptions of Miss B. And when I first got there, I'm a freshman, I'm young, and I'm following upperclassmen. And so I gave Miss B a hard time my freshman and maybe my sophomore year. But I went through a lot and just life and Miss B would see the things that was going on in my life. And I don't know, she had this like not everybody favored her, but she took me in a certain kind of way. And I was like, no, she loves me. She, when I feel love, like you stuck with me.
Right.
So Miss B helped me, make sure I'm doing my ACTs and make sure I'm picking out of school. And I'm always in her office because I had an office aide and whatever. But she had a really good coaching style. She would always say she never cheered before, but she was so organized. She was so like she made sure we had a schedule for the whole month sometimes. Like, and on that schedule, it would say what we were wearing down from our bow to our cheerleading uniform to our socks to the shoes
Wow.
to what to bring, everything. So like that schedule was like you need that, right? And it
Right.
taught us responsibility. And if you didn't have what was on the schedule, if you came to a game and something wrong, you got to demerit.
Mhm.
So I carried that
Yes,
same
right.
thing into coaching
Right.
because I was like, I'm going to teach these girls responsibility. I'm going to teach these girls, I wanted to teach them the same things that Miss B taught us. She taught us respect, like respecting ourselves, like go in the bathroom and get ready. Don't be all, in the stands putting lotion on. Like you got to do that stuff in the bathroom.
Right.
So I carried that stuff with my girls and I still have like the Layman girls that I coached to this day. Olivia worked with us. Paige is getting ready to work with us. There are still girls to this day.
It's amazing.
Nick Joy, Cliffy's daughter, was a Layman, one of my Layman girls.
Right.
Aria was a Layman girl. They all have, and it's I say this as so humbly because you know how I am too.
Right.
But they all have this like respect for me.
Mhm.
They all have this like they looked up to me. They all have this now like this big sister thing with me.
Mhm.
Cause the lights.
Don't mind. Let me do my shout out to my
Shout out to the lights.
shout out to Star
Come
County.
on.
Let me where my close up at. Star County
But
Minority Business Association. Appreciate you guys for this great space. We work together.
oh, Miss
As
Rousseau
soon
is
as we get
she
these lights
said
together.
the cheer coach. I gotta tell y'all a story about her too. Yes,
What's
yeah, she
up?
said the cheer coach.
What's
Hey everybody,
What's going on, Rochelle? What's going on? Chasing Hope House, our people down there at Chasing Hope House doing wonderful things. Shout out to congratulations to you guys for getting
Yes.
all 10 bedrooms paid for.
Crazy.
We were just there. We were talking to them about it, and wow, that's
Yes.
absolutely amazing. Hollis Alexander, what's up, my man? Coming from North Carolina, South Carolina. Remind us where you at. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere warmer than here. What's going on? What's going on? Adriana said book with live shots. Somewhere she said that. Make sure you guys check her out. Book live shots. Yes, book live shots. Y'all need senior pictures. Book live shots because they got they do all kind of stuff that people they've been doing it for years. Things that people don't do. So go ahead. So your journey as a cheer coach continued.
Yeah. So
and you made those bonds with all those girls,
Yeah.
and some of whom, I mean, like you said, they're still like your girls.
Yeah,
They're still,
they
and I
really
see them when they
are.
see you.
Yes,
Yeah.
they really are. I get on TikTok live sometimes and I see girls popping in. Hey, Coach. Then everybody they still call me Coach D. Hey, Coach D. And so I think at coaching layman, it it was fresh for me because I was still like just a couple years in college. I wasn't that,
Mhm.
I wasn't like an established adult yet.
Right,
So I
right.
didn't even feel like I was like, am I worthy? Not worthy, but like, am I
Yeah.
like ready to do this? But I was. I took it very serious. I did gain a lot of respect.
Mhm.
We started competing, like cheer,
Mm.
like competing and all that, and
Right.
it was fun because I was there when we went from Lehman Polar Bears to Lehman Bulldogs. So it
Interesting.
was so fun
I
for
didn't know
me.
that.
Yes, because Lehman was Bulldogs black and all of our stuff was red. So
Uh-huh.
I didn't have a limit. They was like, you need new cheer stuff. So go buy it. We were
Get all
like,
new
I was
stuff.
like, say no more. So I'm like finding cheer bags, trying to uniforms. We got the whole nine, like
Right.
everything brand new. And
Right.
I was able to, me and my girls, I let them help me pick it out because I wasn't wearing it, but I was
Right.
like, I'll help y'all out with with the little touch on it. But
Right.
I got to do that. That was really fun. And then I started doing my own cheer camps. Actually, my brother had told me. My brother Kyle was like, you know how guys are. You need to start doing your own thing. You need to
Yeah.
start doing this and that.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought about it, and I was like, okay. And I was
Mhm.
dating DJ, and he was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So I did my first one actually at Coach G's complex.
Yeah.
And
Well, we were at your first one. Yeah. Savannah, who's
Yep.
about to be 17, was a
Yep.
little one right there,
Yep.
right around. We were in there. Yep.
I had that Coach G's
It was
complex.
over on Trump Road. What was that
Yep.
building? I forget
It was
what it
like the
was,
old.
but
It was like an old church. I went to Head Start there when I was a kid.
really,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
was.
gone now. That
It's
building is
gone.
gone
Yeah,
now. But
they
yeah.
tore it down. But we were there, and I had about maybe 15 girls.
Hmm.
The last time I did it was probably 2 years ago, and at that one, Corinne came to that one
Yeah.
too. At that one, I had almost 90 girls
Wow.
come to the cheer camp. So I went from Coach G, 15 girls. I was always at the I think it's Middle Branch, or what was that park over there? There's a park on Middle Branch
Yeah.
by the ice cream shop that I would
Mhm.
always be at. And I would
Yep.
always get so lucky because my camps would be a week long.
Over there by Country Cone, somewhere
Yeah,
over there. Yeah,
yep,
yeah. I
and
know
it would
somewhere.
never rain. And then
Wow.
the last one that I had was at Crenshaw because I coached McKinley for about a year and a half
Mhm.
too. So I don't know, that was my whole journey. I love doing Coach Danielle's cheer camp. Like I want to do another one.
Yeah.
Like those were so fun, and people ask me all the time, are you gonna do another one? And with those, I wanted it to be more than cheerleading. Like I wanted to teach the basics of cheerleading, like because a lot of girls would just come and try out and not know what a toe touch was. Like
Mhm.
not even know what you were asking them. What is a toe? Like, am I supposed to
Right.
touch my toes? Like,
Right. Exactly.
what is
Right.
that? So I wanted to teach the basics, like so when you go to your tryout in middle school that you at least know what a high V is, a low V is,
Yeah.
a toe touch, a herky, all the things, right? You just
Herky.
at least know,
I
yeah.
don't even know what you're
You
talking
at
about.
least
But go
know
ahead.
the
Yeah.
language of
Right.
what they're about to ask you to do,
Right.
But I also wanted to encourage and uplift the girls and give them something to where they're going home like, look, Mom, I made a friendship bracelet, or I learned about this, or this person came in and talked to us, or something. Because I also love going to cheer camp when I was cheering at McKinley.
Mhm.
We went to UCA cheer camps, and it was so fun to me because there was always something to do. I like an agenda. I
Yeah.
love the agenda. I like to know like, oh, we're doing this at this time and this
Right.
and this and this. So I set my camps up like that too. And then I would have my Lehman girls help me, McKinley girls help me. McKinley girls come and just cheer. One time before I was even coaching, they came and just did a cheer for my girls.
Right.
So I think now then you asked me, now I'm doing something different in the community
Yeah.
now, right? So
Yeah.
the transition. I remember coaching at McKinley and working at the Golden Key, and then you not came back into my life, but came
Mhm.
back with like an opportunity to do Lucas Live with you.
Right.
And I remember being so consumed in
Mhm.
coaching. I
Yeah.
loved coaching, but it was a little strenuous. For one, I was building my career. I was, working at the Golden Key as a teacher. That was what my degree was in. And I was just kind of finding that it just wasn't in alignment with me anymore.
Mhm.
Not coaching at that level. You know what I mean? Like it was time consuming.
Yeah.
And I loved it, but it
Right.
was time consuming, and then there were just some things that didn't make sense anymore.
Sure.
So I had to make a really hard decision and step away from coaching at McKinley. But you know what? I don't regret
Because at
leaving.
that point, you went from you went from
Ye-
little kids, little league, because
Yep.
my daughter
Yep.
was with you there,
Yep.
Savannah, and then you went to middle school
Yep.
coaching, and now then you cheer camp, and now you progressed to McKinley High School.
And I exactly. And that's why I knew it was time
Mhm.
because I knew I got boys. If I had girls, it would probably be different.
Yeah.
But I got boys and they want to do football, basketball, and I want to be there.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
heavily involved in what my
You
kids
at
have going on.
practice. You're
Literally.
right.
And I also, if I didn't have kids, I probably maybe would have stayed
Yeah.
coaching. But it was so time consuming. I loved them girls and I knew they loved me, but I was just
Right.
like, I'm literally getting my start.
Yes.
And I felt decent about it because I was like, I did everything I wanted to do.
Mhm.
I coached at both of my alma maters. I went
Right.
to Lehman, I went to McKinley, I coached there.
Right.
Like, and we brought Stomp and Shake to McKinley.
Yes.
And I think that's another part that's like, I feel good about because McKinley was not doing Stomp and Shake.
And Stomp and Shake,
even-
explain Stomp and Shake a little bit to people who don't know.
That's more HBCU style than cheerleading.
All that. Wait. Let me get on you real quick. Let me check because we heard somebody just told us the other day that Terrence Jones said something to people because they was mad about it, but that they be stomping, shaking their booty, and doing all this extra stuff. Them girls need to be doing them traditional cheers and not doing all of this. Talk to us a little bit about that. Like there's cultural relevance. There's an exposure to HBCU culture, which a lot of the most of the McKinley cheerleaders now are African American girls who would have no exposure to something that might be a life changing opportunity for them in the future. So talk to us a little bit about that and what is Samba Shake, and then why do you think it was so important that our community got exposed to it, when they did?
So originally I did Coach Danielle's cheer camp and it was Stomp and Shake, or it was traditional cheer meet Stomp and Shake. And I had some people come and like show Stomp and Shake cheer. But McKinley girls also got exposure to that because I was coaching there.
Okay.
And now
at your camp is where it first started, right?
Yes. And then, but also too, and I'm going to go back to even why I was inspired by it. My girls were coming to me with TikTok showing me cheers that they wanted to do. And we were the coaches that was like, let's do it, you know?
Right.
So like backtracking though, when I cheered at McKinley, there were teams like from Cleveland, Akron, already doing Stomp and Shake in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. That's when I was in school.
Right.
They were already doing, and it's been
a
around
thing, right?
for a hefty
Long amount
time,
of time,
okay?
right? This is not
So when I would see those girls as a black girl and with my
right.
we would be like
What's
starstruck,
up?
like
Like,
ooh, that's like
right.
cute, like but we didn't have any cheers to like go back at them with, like it would just be like red, black,
That's hilarious.
red, black, go fight, win, and be like, dang, like we
That
don't got nothing
So
sassy.
they was sassy. They was
Yeah,
popping it
we
off.
don't got
And
nothing
y'all was
sassy
like,
to come back with.
go team,
Literally,
go.
like.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
FIGHT fight. Like we did like
Right.
come on now. Like, so I think I already was like at that point in high school, I was like, I wish that we could have cheered and did that, right? And so when I was coaching and they wished they could have did them cheers, I'm like, I'm making that wish come true. We wanted to do it. Now, I think our city is just now adapting to the HBCU style and culture because we've had HBCU weekends here now, which that was never a thing before. Miss Betty Smith is
this
bringing,
year.
yes, is bringing in that. I did the cheer camp. The cheerleaders were doing Stomp and Shake, and they were even after I left, they continued to do it, and they even did it during basketball season. They would sit in the bleachers, and if you've ever watched college cheerleaders, HBCUs, they sit in the bleachers, they stomp, make it real loud, make it real, real fun. In the city, our great city, some people just really, I think, it was new.
Yeah.
So they wasn't receiving
They
it.
were resistant.
They called a lot of our cheerleaders lazy for sitting in the bleachers.
And that's a part of it?
That
being
is,
amongst the crowd?
but the thing is, they would do it the first half, they would cheer on the court. In the second half, now again, this is something that McKinley wasn't ever allowed to do.
Right.
So the fans aren't used to seeing that be done.
Right.
So when it's being done, they're like, what the heck are they doing? So I think it's really important what Betty Smith is doing.
Yes.
What even the Hall of Fame, doing, bringing the HBCU, bringing that weekend
Right.
here,
Sure.
because it's all about education. And at the end of the day, it is a culture thing, but I do think we're always exposed to the Greek cultures, the Italian
You're
cultures.
right.
We're always exposed to other cultures, but this dancing like that has majorettes.
Yeah.
It's not just cheerleading.
Yeah.
Like we have always had a different style of dancing, a different style of celebrating, a different
Absolutely.
style of eating.
Yes.
We have a music.
Culture.
We're a culture.
We have a culture,
So
and many cultures, especially in America, have derived from Black culture. But then when Black culture comes to the forefront, everything it starts with is appalling. Hip hop music, crazy what they doing. Now it is the dominant genre, stomp and shake, things like that. And that comes from, I'm sure, really probably deeper African roots of dance and things.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. That's where it comes from.
Right.
So that's why I say I think it's good that we're being educated now on just this style, because I mean, I guess if you don't know what's going on, maybe you won't. But I'm a very open-minded person.
Yeah.
I want to know about it all.
Right.
Tell me.
Tell me how we do this.
And so I think from doing my cheer camps and being a coach and people kind of seeing me in the community, it was an easy transition to be like, now I'm your host, Dani, and I'm going around. And I think when people know me, they know what I pour into people, what I pour back, and what my overall mission for things are. And so I don't think this is outside of anything that would have been abnormal for me.
Right.
I'm just able to do things in a different way. Like it's not just cheerleading. Where at a point in time it was just cheerleading that I was kind of known for. But I just kind of felt like I was a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like I have more to offer.
And it's no slight to
no.
and that's the thing about evolution and growth. People and I don't not a lot of people are mad at you about it, but sometimes when people evolve and grow and do something different or something new, people are mad that they're not who they're mad that they're not who they wanted them to be. I needed you to be this, that, or the other. And
When
you're
I
not.
left, I told him, I was like, I'm about to go do Lucas Live. I'm going to go do this. And then I
Yeah.
did it. And it was like,
And you're on the sideline. The cool part is
on the
this has allowed
sidelines
you
with the
continue
girls. I
and help
still
them
see
shine.
them.
And now
Yes.
you can put them in the
We've
spotlight.
interviewed Miss Rossell. Miss
Yes.
Rossell works, she's the layman, or not layman, like the middle school coach
Yep.
now. We've interviewed her. We interviewed the high school coaches. We've got content for them. We've been at the McKinley Maslin things, all up, like, now I'm able to support y'all in a different
way. And that's what my thought was about you coming on, is like you went from cheering for people again to cheering for people. I mean, like you went from helping people shine to helping people shine. So for you, Danny, you're again the story about you starting with Lucas Live is always funny. I mean, we've known each other forever. You worked with my wife. You worked with me. You worked at the daycare, right?
Yeah.
But look, asking you to come do this was at first it was like a trial run, and you were very hesitant. And I think we don't want to disappoint me. Like we were closer than business, so it would be like, I don't want to come disappoint you or promise something I can't do.
Yeah.
And when you did it, you were so good your first time. And the funny part is you were so good, and the funnier part is how much you've grown. So you can always look back and be like, I was pretty good naturally. When I look back at the first episodes of Lucas Live, I'm like, I was pretty good. I'm much better now.
Yeah,
all right. So
yeah.
you've grown even more, but you've taken this on and you've run with it. And it seems to be hosting, content creation. It seems to be so natural for you. So any idea, like, where does that come from? You talk sometimes about your birthday parties when you were a kid, always wanting everybody to be comfortable and
Yeah.
shine. Where do you think that creativity comes from, or that ability to jump in and do this came from?
I don't. I gotta think about like me being a kid, because and I don't know if everybody knows this, but I was left off of the Cheetah Girls movie. I was really supposed to be the fourth person,
Ladies and gentlemen, let me give her a close up.
but instead,
Wait, you were supposed to be the fourth Cheetah Girl? You started with so deep. I was like, you got deep stories too. So I was like, she's about to break something down, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Okay.
I was a Cheetah Girl. I was in 3LW. You couldn't tell me I was not a part of them groups.
Right.
And so I was like a singer. I was in Canton Idol when I was younger with Miss Betty Smith. She did Canton Idol here, and I was always a performer.
Right.
Like I always wanted to be on stage. I've always wanted to just perform and talk. I would make people at my birthday party, I have an agenda. We're gonna do cake, we're gonna do ice cream, and you're gonna watch Dani perform the Cheetah Girl song. and my 2 friends was my backup dancers.
Okay.
For sure. They had a little voice, they could sing a
They
little
can
bit
sing a little
too.
bit, a little
So it
taste.
worked.
They can sing a taste.
But I'm a Libra, and so
Uh-huh.
I peace, love, and harmony
Mm.
is
You.
the characteristics of a Libra, and I think I really embody those. So
Right.
I I would have birthday parties as a kid and like make sure Devin, if Devin's still in here, she'll know. I would really want to make sure that everybody was having a good time, everybody was included. I didn't want anybody to feel isolated or left out.
Right.
So I made sure and I still do that. Like if I'm in a room, I want to look at everybody. I want to make sure that everybody feels heard, feels seen. And so I think even coaching, like there were certain girls that would be a little more quiet, or maybe they weren't into the things that the other girls were.
Right.
And so I would just always want to make sure that they felt seen and heard and loved by me too. Cause I'm like, just be, you know what I mean? Just cause I know the songs that they're singing and I can sing them with them.
Right.
I still care about you and I want to learn how to crochet too. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm interested in that too.
Yep.
So I don't know. I just think I've always had a really big personality. I've always been.
So being in front of the camera is not hard for you.
No, I did cheerleading. You have to be
Dang,
in
you
front of
did
people.
yeah.
Cheerleading camp, you would have to like there was something called All American,
Mhm.
and you would literally have to like kind of like try out with only like 5 other people
Mhm.
stand next to you in a room full of 500 plus girls.
Right.
So I was, then I did speech and debate. So I would be up in front of people talking. I always in high school, they would always call me to do some kind of panel to kind of speak to somebody.
Uh-huh.
I would always be so I was used to that. But doing live and stuff, that was different.
That was a
But then
little weird.
content creation, like that kind of started with like I had kids and I'm making videos with them, and then I started a business. And now I'm like, I gotta sell this soap. What I'm gonna do? So I'm on TikTok doing all the trends and this and that. And then when we started, you were doing lives and stuff, and then I was like, let's get in the community and do street interviews.
Uh-huh.
And that idea just kind of turned into like, what are we doing now?
Right. It's been great, and you're really natural at it. It's funny because we go into businesses and stuff, and from the moment we're walking in the door, you're already setting the scene, picturing the stuff, thinking of the thing, thinking of the end. Okay, well, we're gonna get some people waving here, and it's so natural and it's amazing. It's fun to watch, and it's the one I remember the first time you did a video for us. Like I asked you to do a video, and we have footage fusion. And footage fusion, we have editors and other stuff, so we don't have to edit everything, but you edited a video, and I remember I'm always with my wife whenever I'm amazed at. I mean, I always have to show her, of course, and be like, "Look at this!" Like you just sent me a video, and I was like, "She can do this." I'm like, "Where has she been doing? Like she ain't done this before. What is this?" And she can do it. It was like so good, and you're just really natural at it. And it's creativity, and it's putting puzzle pieces together.
Storytelling.
It's storytelling.
I
Yes.
see it as storytelling, especially now that I'm doing these voiceovers. It's like
Mhm.
I put a story together and now I'm literally telling you about the story, like in
Right.
my voiceover. And it's so fun. Like sometimes I have no idea what I'm getting ready to say or do. Sometimes I have it all the way thought out. Like
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna come in like that and I'm gonna do this. So, but it's storytelling,
Yeah.
and that's the fun part is telling the story.
I love that. I love that. All right, let's jump into some of our comments here. Shout out Coach G in the building. I don't know if he was here when we were talking about you earlier. You had that building over on Trump Road.
Yeah.
Was it on Trump Road? I always, yeah, because
Yeah, it is.
Shanti,
It
my daughter,
was.
played basketball with him. I mean, Coach G forever, man. I just can't tell you the impact he had on my daughter's life. But you were doing your cheer camps there.
My first one.
Yeah, first one was there at Coach G's. Molly, shout out to Molly from Nami, Stark County, one of our sponsors.
Shout out to Molly. Thank you for
We're gonna wave to the people.
Wave to the
Wave and
people.
worship to get our lights to come back on. Don't mind
Does
our
it happen
motions.
every show.
Yesterday with Mike, it didn't. I don't know if he was jigging or doing something. I don't know what was
We
going
gotta
on.
move a little more.
It's crazy it does this though. It literally, we're gonna get it together. HBCU weekend is the best. She's a diehard football fan. I've never
Exactly.
had more fun in football.
The band and the cheerleaders, like, because think about it. The football, I love watching football,
Mhm.
but there is a lot of downtime.
There
And
is.
in that downtime,
There's a
I
lot
want
of
to see
downtime.
some cheerleaders, or I want to hear the band. Like I want to actually in the majorettes, like they put on a show. And I
Yes.
feel like if we stop being so they're shaking their butts and appreciate the art and appreciate the show and appreciate what's going on,
You know what's
like
funny? it's really what I find funny. And good morning, your mom is here. I'm
Hey,
sure she
mom.
be here every day. Shout out to you. Thank you for always showing love. You know, Miss Lori gonna show some love.
Marcel said she was the third member. Oh, the original member of Destiny's Child. Mm-hmm. Down, it's
She
down there.
was okay, right,
Yeah.
right.
So she understands
She
what I'm talking
understands.
about.
She was the original member, right? Sorry, you guys didn't get on TV and stuff. Y'all should have been. Y'all should get y'all residuals.
Yeah.
Where's your residuals?
Yeah, what the heck?
Okay, yeah. So it's funny because I was thinking about this, like the stomp and shake and all this. People, first of all, men act like they're anti stuff that they're not anti. Like, oh, somebody shaking their butt. Like, shut up. This happens to a lot of politicians. The same stuff they're against. They're against gay marriage. They're against it, and then they get caught up in the junk or get found out to be involved in the stuff. I'm like, settle down.
Yeah.
So it's like we're holding back a part of culture for no reason. All right, Dani, we got to talk about the True Body Company as well. What in the world are you doing starting a beauty brand and soap and that's a lot.
It wasn't my intention. It's crazy. It
Mhm.
really wasn't my intention.
Mhm.
I was dealing with my face breaking out from having my son.
Mhm.
Like I had hormonal acne is what they was calling it.
That's what they was called.
That's what they was
I don't
calling
I
it.
don't know if that's what it was, but that's what they called.
So it was hormonal acne and like my face everywhere. Like there's pictures on my True Body page of like my face is being covered in.
I saw you.
Yeah.
I was like, Dani got a little acne going on. She okay?
Right?
She cool?
And I was trying everything. I was trying every product, but I kind of like went natural, like
Mhm.
before I had my son. So even when I was pregnant with my son, I was only eating fish. Like I was putting certain organic products on my hair, on my body. Like I was really intentional about that. I stopped, getting certain services done that I knew could cause like all types of stuff. I just really transitioned into like a different like lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I was using all these organic products and I had got like a like a chemical burn from one and I was like, how? And it's supposed to be natural.
Right.
So I found African black soap and it's crazy because the bar that I found was at Roses. But Roses has a aisle like a
This is not like rosés.
no,
this is roses.
They got a nice aisle. Don't
They
sleep
still
on
do.
Roses.
Okay, don't sleep on roses because former Value City when I was a kid.
Don't
but then it
sleep on
became
Roses. They have an aisle with like a bunch of like natural products.
Mhm.
Like
Still
they
do.
had, yeah.
Okay.
Like there's all kind of stuff for us. It's like a cultural aisle. It's what it looked
Okay,
like. I'm no lie.
Right.
So they had this African black soap by Kuza, Kuza. And I was buying them. There was like a lemongrass one, a tea tree one, like lavender, and I was buying them. And the raw one I was using on my face, and I was like, "Oh, it was clearing up my pimples,"
Mhm.
but it was drying me out. So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use this every other day." So I was using it every other day. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna use it at night." So I'm like figuring out how to use this, and then DJ was like, "Well, I seen somebody turn it into a foam. You should do that."
Mm.
And so I looked it up and I learned how. So I'm literally shaving the bar of soap like with a cheese grater. And I watched how they did it and I made my soap. And so I was making that for myself. I was also making like body butters and stuff because my hand, also while I was pregnant,
Mhm.
my hands broke out in eczema. And it was funny because my dad's hands broke out around the same time.
Mhm.
So I had put together this shea butter concoction and it worked. And I gave it to my dad. I was like, oh, try this. He was like, you got some more of that? I was
Right.
like, no. I was like, it worked, didn't it?
Right.
So he started telling me, you need to make that. You need to sell that. And this is the shea butter. And then we started making the black soap and it was working. Like my face was getting cleared up. I was like, whoo, thank goodness. So now everybody's like, you need to sell that. You need to sell that. And I'm like, I ain't wanna, I made it for myself. Like, cause I didn't want to be on demand. Like when someone orders it, now I gotta, I was like, it's easier for me to just make it. I could run out and go a couple days without it, But we obviously didn't do that.
So what was it? Was DJ pushing? What pushed you to say? Because I want us to talk about this in just a second. Entrepreneurship is hard.
It is.
It is not for the faint of heart. Like ups and downs.
It's hot. It's so hot here.
Is it?
Yeah, I just want you to know that.
It's the sun glowing on you or something because I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Okay.
I just had to let you know that.
Okay, good. No. Right. You're on the hot seat. That's what it is. Getting interviewed. You got to answer the questions. You're like, what happened? So, yeah. So what pushed you? I want us to talk about this because I want to give people some reality, and I want to give them some lessons, and we both can share. Like, people think, I don't, maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. They're like, entrepreneurship, owning your own business, working for yourself is like all easier. So I don't know what they think, because even in working with Lucas Live, it is an entrepreneurial endeavor.
Yeah.
It was like I built a boat that others could come into and still have to be entrepreneurial to make to row the boat, right? It's like, well, we got a platform, we got all this stuff, but like, if you don't come help me do stuff, or we don't go to all these events and we don't do a thing, there's no money here. It's like there's no magic like endowment of money, and there's money pouring in and all this stuff. Everybody watch it. Luke, this is free to watch. You know what I'm saying? And thank God for our sponsors, and we're grateful for all those things. But entrepreneurship, from your own business to working with me, talk to me about the lessons you've learned as an entrepreneur. And not that it's all struggle and all bad, because you do have some freedom and flexibility that you enjoy. Just talk to the people a little bit about how it's been for you as a woman, a mother, and as an entrepreneur, finding that balance and dealing with the complexities of it all.
Well, there's always something to learn, and there's always there's always like now there's always like a tool to make it easier, or this to make it like that. But starting,
But you got to learn it.
you gotta
That takes
learn
time.
it.
People won't
Yeah,
want to sit
yeah,
down and
no,
learn
yeah.
it.
Because even right now, like with the simple Chat GPT, there are people that still don't know how to use it. So if you don't know how to use it, you're not gonna reap the full benefits of it.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna get the same answer that I got,
Right.
because I'm a little more, you know what I mean? I just know
Yep.
how to use it. But like starting out, because you asked like how did I even get there? Like what got like to me start the business and stuff. Like, and it started to become me too. It
Yeah.
started like, I was like, okay, after the so many like, people said it, and I'm like, no, no, no. And then once DJ started like showing me like the reality of like what it could be,
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I was like, well, before we do that, like, because we were making shower scrubs, body butters.
People
We
still
were
love
making,
those
I
things
know,
for
we were
whatever.
making so much.
Yeah.
And we were using like essential oils, and he was making bar soap. And like, it was like every day after work, we would all like, we was at the house doing something.
Right.
Like, it was crazy.
Something soap.
It was crazy. There were times where I wanted to just sit down. Like,
Yeah.
DJ would be up making soap, and I'm like, man, I'm not doing enough. But I'm like, I had to like really find that work ethic, because if you don't got a good work ethic, like you're gonna be behind. People are gonna like, you're not gonna be successful.
Right.
And
That's a great point, I think, to point out to entrepreneurs, because I want them to get a lesson here. Is like, you have to be self-motivated, you have to have self-management, because you do just have time. But you do just have time, but it's like, if you don't use your time well, you will find yourself just endlessly with tasks, never feeling accomplished. When you work a job, you have a job description, you have tasks to do, you clock out at the end of the day.
you don't know how many hidden things there are
Yes,
when it comes
that's a
to running
great
a
point.
business. Like even when I was
Yeah.
so like I was gonna say, for like 3 months, maybe longer, I have books at home, like probably like 6 or 7 books, essential oils, natural holistic thing, like just like things to, I wanted to make sure that whatever I mixed together
Yeah.
wasn't gonna hurt anybody,
Right.
wasn't gonna make, wasn't gonna ruin a certain butter, or like what essential oils are good for what. Like I wanted to learn all of that so I can, because I wanted to also educate people. Like tea tree oil is good for this, this, and that. And you know what I mean? I wanted to make sure like coconut oil, like, you gotta be careful with that. People have tree nut allergies and they can't. So in the beginning, actually,
Interesting.
I was making my black soap with coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one time we were in Columbus at a vendor show, and a girl walked up. I had the African black soap, I had the shower scrub, I had the body butter, I had it all. And she was like, I love all of this, but I can't buy any of it because it has coconut oil in it, and I have a tree nut allergy and I can't use it. And I looked at DJ like, what?
What?
No, 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 no. So I already didn't like the way that the black soap was settling. It would be like black, like darker and then lighter because of the coconut oil. It was separating.
Okay.
So I didn't like that. So I was like, well, we can do without it. Like, how can we make it without the coconut oil in there? So we went back and did that, and now I make it with jojoba oil instead of coconut oil.
Interesting.
And now who people can use it if
Right.
But
Right.
there's just so many hidden things. Even with my website, I like coded that thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
It's
use
not
a
like it is
template.
now. And now it's even way easier with AI.
Easier. Oh my god.
It's not even plug and play anymore. It's like, tell it what to
When
do.
I used Wix to create my website, and again, this is just a journey of like, I'm making soap. I didn't want to do, like, I wasn't going to be in a store. I knew I needed to be an e-commerce. So I even had to learn what an I had to learn all this.
Right. What does this
I didn't know
even
what an
mean?
e-commerce, what they even meant.
Right.
But e-commerce is, your business strictly online. There's no
Yes.
storefront, right?
Right.
So that's what I wanted. So I was like, well, I have to make a website.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was going to be whatever, peaches and cream, whatever. It's going to be easy, easy peasy. It was not. And it was crazy because it took me a couple months to make it. And I remember I launched my website November 1st, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember, what was it, that October 31st,
Mm-hmm.
I missed a whole party that day because I remember I went on my porch at like 10 a.m. and I was going to sit down and just do the final touches on my website so it could go live at midnight. 13 hours later,
Mm-hmm.
11 o'clock at night, I'm sitting on
So
my
real.
porch like, what the heck? Because if you
Right.
think about it, when you're on a website and you're on, let's say you're on, I don't know, Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
You scroll, you look up your stuff. I'm looking for a camera. That's one page.
Yeah.
The search page.
Right.
The second page is the page the cameras will pop up on.
Mm-hmm.
The third page is the camera that you click on.
Right.
The fourth page is added to your cart
Right.
or
It's
buy
the
now.
checkout, right?
So now
That's
we're
the whole
at either,
checkout
we're either
process.
at the cart
Right.
or buy now. Those are two different pages.
Two different things.
So if you
Two
want to
different
add the
buttons.
cart,
Too many.
now we're adding the cart. So
Yeah.
from add to cart, what comes after that? What's that page? Okay.
Right.
But if they're not going to do add to cart, they're doing buy now. What's that? So there were so many pages and buttons because there was, there's buttons and colors. I'm clicking stuff. I'm like, well, why is that button green? My whole page supposed to be tan and pink. Like,
Right.
I haven't discovered that page yet.
Right.
It was hidden under all the other. I'm like, so now I literally had to go through the website, each step, each page, and some stuff was tricky. I had to like learn the Wix thing. I'm like,
Right.
so 13 hours later, I had the website
13
up
hours later.
and running. Yes, the website is like my prized possession. Like, people
Right.
will compliment me all the time about how nice the website is. I'm like,
You only
Only
you
you
only
knew.
know, right?
but that was a part of it. And then find the beginning parts, I think, was the hardest because I had to find, the containers that my stuff will go in.
Right.
The right pump for my soap. Like, and then what's effective? What's gonna not break the bank? I ain't got a
Yeah.
whole lot right now.
Right.
I import my soap from Ghana. Well, there's a
See, but it's well, no, I meant
company
Georgia.
there's a company in New York that
Okay.
imports it from
From
Ghana.
Ghana, but it's
But New York
it's-
is the place
Right.
where all international things can come in.
Right. Right.
Even people.
Right. They
People
coming in.
come in
Right.
to New York.
Yep.
So I get it from there, and
But it is African.
it's
soap.
African black soap,
Right.
and I get it in a paste. So I get it in this ginormous gallon. And
What?
yeah,
Toothpaste? What are you talking about?
it's like I scoop it up and like,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I've never. You're gonna have to show us that live. Well,
I have.
know-
I will though. I could.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I've seen that part of it. I saw some new machine you got that looked like you could make anything.
Yeah.
Like you could press some juices out
Yeah.
there, anything. Real quick, I want to say what's up to some people in the chat who jumped in. J.M. Randall, she said it's the culture. We were talking about cheerleading and all those things. Shout out to Coach G. Said it ain't live unless it's Lucas live. That's always Coach G. Shout out to him. Always showing love. What's up? Tip is in the building. Definitely a game changer during
Yeah,
pregnancy.
she got hers right now.
Does she? Hey, your little sister is pregnant.
I know. It's
How does that
crazy.
feel, real quick? Wow.
Insane. I just told her yesterday I watched the gender reveal video again, and I was like, oh my God. Like, and just even watching me, the way I was moving, I was like, this is my little sister.
You was gonna
Like,
make it happen. You gotta make
yes,
sure it was
yes.
special, right?
But it's just crazy because just personally, just some things that she's gone through. And, we all have those like pregnancy scares, or we think that we are. Well, not,
I've
we
never,
all-
but
sure
I've been, I've been
Yeah,
married
yeah.
a minute,
So I think just the journey of like, am I? And then she had a certain health conditions that would make certain things with her, stop or go or whatever. So when she called me and was like, for real, for real, for real, for real, I was like, what? Because I kind of thought she just wasn't gonna have no kids.
because
Like,
she is an amazing aunts.
Mm-hmm.
And she is one of the most motherly people I've ever met. She's motherly to us, and
Yeah.
she's younger than us.
Mm-hmm.
She's motherly to, she's like the mom of Lucas Live Media. She's like the mom of For the Street. She's motherly naturally. But sometimes people like that are great supporters. She's a great godmom. She's a great aunt. Sometimes God just blesses those people to be support to all of the rest of the world, because the world needs more moms.
Yeah.
But what a blessing that some child gets to have her as
It's
their
crazy.
mom.
It's crazy. It's just crazy because I mean, it was crazy seeing my god sister pregnant, but like my real sister, I'm like, what the heck,
Right.
you know, like, and Tiff is somebody like I took care of her. Like I learned how to do her hair. Like she was my test dummy. I'm doing her hair. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm getting her dressed. Like all the things. So she was like my first little, like my little life-size baby doll. I got to do all of the things, and I mean she's ready for it because she kept I trust her with Dareem. Like I trust her with my son. She's had my son since he was born. Like I know she's gonna be an amazing mom. It's just still surreal that that's it. I don't even know.
She's 5 months too. I told her, she was here the other day, and I said, 5 months pregnant turns to a 5-month-old baby really fast, to a 5-year-old child really fast. And there's no way to tell people like fully, you know, you in theory, you like want to prepare them, like it goes really fast. There's just no way. And there's nothing to do about it except enjoy every moment. Love on your baby, love on your family, love yourself. Cause my baby, my youngest, my Bubs, I always call her Bubs.
She's fast.
My girl is that girl is
Molly, yes.
she's a straight A student as well.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, my baby, she's 16, she'll be 17 in a couple months. Like, and my older kids are in their 20s, and it goes so fast. And I remember, like I always say, kids grow when they're sleeping. They probably really do, but I always noticed it when they were asleep. You see these long legs sticking out from under their covers. You'd be like, whose legs is those?
I remember
and it's your kid getting bigger.
I remember when Reem got too big for his bed. I was looking at him like, wow.
Like,
it's time. No more toddler bed, no more toddler sheets, no more. Okay, it's time. Yeah.
Yes. Love it. All right, Dani, I want to talk. You asked if we would be just an hour, so we might go a little bit over. Okay, just a little bit. But I want you to tell us, like, this is like the hot seat, right? Like, what some people don't know about you, right? I think people have a lot of, when you're in the public eye, let's say, right? People have a lot of perceptions about a person, and they feel like they know you, which I think is a beautiful thing. Like me too. Like I would think people probably don't know that if you cross me, like I'm super tough. Like I'm really ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think people know that I'm a crazy sports dad. Like people wouldn't know that about me, right? Even you'd be like, I can't believe you'd be like that. Like I'm yelling at the refs, I'm yelling at the coaches. I'm a mess.
A lot of people don't know about me either. I don't know.
But what's something that you would say people don't know about you? And not that it's got to be a negative thing. I mean, it could be a great thing. It could be something like, I love little birds. I don't know. But what's something that people don't know about you?
I feel like I'm an open book. I feel like people know that I want to move to Belize. Like people know that I don't.
So,
I don't.
What does that mean? Okay, one, I don't think you think people know because you say it, but people ain't sitting back realizing, because it took me years to stop offering you at minimum like chicken on something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, we could just get like, you don't not eat beef. You don't eat meat at all.
I don't eat meat at all.
So I had to like adjust. And I'd be like, how does she eat? And you will enjoy some food. That's why you remind me. Shout out to First Lady Verlinda Bennett.
Oh, I got to tell you a story about them. I can't tell no lies, but I can't.
Oh,
it was crazy. It was good crazy. It made me happy. I was like,
she reminds me so much of Verlinda Bennett, Pastor Verlinda Bennett, First Lady Verlinda Bennett, Dayspring Family Church. She's like another mom to me, love her to death. And so often Dani does things, and I tell her all the time, she does these little things that reminds me of her. So Dani's already one of my favorite people, and she reminds me of one of my favorite people, and it cracks me up.
We both had a train on our dress at the wedding.
Did you guys?
Yeah. I thought I have a train. She said, good, you got one too. Because I got one. So we both got, okay, we're good.
You're good. That's fair.
I was like, yeah. I was like, but hers had a little like bracelet to go with it, whatever.
I knew we were due. I got the sunlight going.
No, guys.
Like, we hope our lights come back on. If it don't, we still got to glow.
There we go. So what's something? Okay, but then you asked, what does that mean?
Well, okay. So what is something like if you were doing this as a social? What I want you to do. This is something I want to test out.
Okay.
Is I've been doing these shows all week to kick off season 6, but there's things that I want to do on the show that I haven't been able to pull off yet. Like ideas, you know how it is. We'd be like, we're gonna have these segments and we're gonna do it, and then you just like go live. Let's go, we did it. But I want to have people almost create like a social media video with the hook. Like I want you to look at the camera and be like, something people don't know about me is, and tell us something that people don't know about you, right?
I feel like people know so
No,
much
they don't.
about
You
me.
try to. You don't want to tell us, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
know.
You're like,
I
tell
do.
us, tell us, tell us.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You
Let's
ready?
think. Yeah.
You tell me when you're ready,
I
because you
can't
got to
do this
look into the
social media
camera.
thing, man.
All you got to do is look into the
think of
camera.
what I want to say. Like, what the heck do I
is
even want to
something
say?
people or something maybe people wouldn't expect about you?
All right. People that
Look in the camera
know
and tell
me,
them.
though.
No, you gotta say, I'm cutting this as a clip. We're cutting the clip. All right. You're gonna say something people don't know about me is.
All right, y'all, come on.
All right, let's go.
All right, ready?
We ready? Now she camera shy.
Can I like give DJ would hate you right now because I want to give disclosure about something
he'd be
before
like, just get to the point. No, just thank you, DJ.
I'm trying to think about really what people don't know about because I feel like I am an open book.
You're not. Everybody don't know everything about you.
They don't, but what I'm gonna say, some people do. Like we know that, but okay.
Okay.
All right. So one thing that I think people don't know about me is how passionate I am when it comes to the people, the young people in this city, because I was a young person that sometimes got ignored, that sometimes and I don't think people know how crazy I would get behind these kids. I don't like when people try to use their authority to, I don't even like shut them up or quiet them down. They're out there right now. Quiet them down. I've worked in the school systems. I've been with these kids, and they're some of the most outgoing, intelligent people that I've ever met. And I think what people don't like, I get like that. Which I don't know is I get like that.
Right.
And when I feel passionate about something, there's this can't be a clip because I'm talking too much. But there was that video that I posted of those kids protesting, and there was some really foul things being said in them comments.
Yeah.
And it took everything in me to not say what I wanted to say on social media.
Right.
Because it wasn't in my character that people see. It wasn't.
Right.
That's not the Dani that everybody knows and loves. But as much love as I have, that's passion. So when you hurt my feelings or when you are hurting people that really can't defend themselves to a 50-year-old man or woman, like I feel that responsibility to be like, you got me, talk to me like that.
Right.
And so but the thing is, like, when you have that in you, you don't lead with that. You don't, and there's there's that thing is in me because of anger that I had when I was younger, or things that's happened to me that's built up. So the thing about me is I want to be a positive person.
Yeah.
I practice being a positive person. I want to be this outgoing Dani. When people give me a compliment about my personality, it's deeper than what they think.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing who I really want to show up as.
Yeah.
You're seeing that.
Yeah.
So because you're seeing it means that I'm doing it. I'm showing up as who I want to be.
Yes.
And what people don't know is that I cut up.
Yes.
I will cut up.
Right.
And I think that moment in particular was a moment that I really had to hold back because it's social media. We see people just say unhinged things all the time. But you know how you could talk about your sister or your mom, but can't nobody else talk about them? Right. For instance, something happened. Kirsten Bell got re-signed to the Aces, okay?
Shout out to her. Congratulations.
Shout out to her. And shout out to Canton. Shout out to the
Yes,
city
yes.
because they were on there going with the most negative comments.
Who was? People
Other
around here?
people. No, the people
Oh.
around here was going back, like
Oh.
arguing with the people in the comments.
Right.
Like, what? Like, who y'all think? Because it's like not like Kirsten in particular. Not that we're talking about her.
Yeah.
But like, we talk about somebody's sister. Like, I can talk about Tiff.
Right.
But
Let
you talk
somebody
about
else.
her.
Right.
Now we got a problem.
Right.
You know. So it was like that with me for like when I seen the kids. It was like I see other things happening, and I don't not jumping in the comments to like argue with everybody about everything because it's social media. But when it happened here, when it happened with a video that I recorded, and it happened on my post on my page, and people were talking like that, I was like, y'all don't know who I am.
Right. Like,
Like,
oh,
oh my
try
gosh.
it.
So, you know, like that, and then like when Kirsten Bell, like the city was like, oh, y'all got me messed up. Y'all not gonna talk about Kirsten like that, you know, like.
Right.
But I think
You're a fighter. I think that's a good thing. You're an interesting person because you're intense in love, you're intense in care. And if you're mad about something or somebody, the same passion and power that comes with your joy and love, it's the same thing. And I always say, you're the most pleasant person I've ever worked with. And when you ain't pleasant, I'd be like, this girl, I can't.
But you know what?
Somebody got to go somewhere else because I can't do it.
I was reading the other day because I was like, I have been back and forth. Like, I'm not an angry person, but some things make me angry, and I overthink like nobody's business, and I'm working on that. And I read something that like resonated with me, and I was like, okay, because
it helped you understand.
Yes, because I'm too hard on myself sometimes. Anger is an emotion that we all have, just like happiness, just like sadness, just like confusion, just like being scared, all those things. Anger isn't a bad thing to have because anger, maybe if I'm angry about you talking crazy to these kids, I'll push for change.
Even at ourselves.
Exactly.
If we're mad at ourselves, I can change myself.
Exactly.
Because I don't like that I was like that.
Exactly.
I don't like that I did that.
Exactly. So changing my perspective on my anger. I'm not angry and out here beating people up. Right. I'm not angry and out here robbing banks. Like I'm not angry and out here like running over kittens. Like I'm not angry like that. But think like a normal person, which you know I do want to be maybe, and I am, but a little more slower to anger. Yeah, you know.
I think slow to anger. I'm sorry, like the Bible talks about being slow to anger. It is not to the rest of the world's benefit. It is to our benefit. Because I often find when I'm too fast to anger, I'm like, I regret it. I'm like, why was I acting like that? Like, it wasn't worth all that. Right?
But there are certain situations where we got every right to be angry.
Every right. And you know me, Dani, and you're somebody who's close enough to me to see me hurt, to see me joyful. You see me in every area of life. And it's like, I try so hard to be so nice.
Yep.
And you know, last year I had that year where I was like, I just think I don't have it.
And I've told you too, the word nice. No, I want to be kind. I want to show kind because when I'm nice, I can be taken for granted.
Talk about it.
When I'm nice, you think you can just get one up. No, I'm a kind person. I want to be kind. I want to show kindness. I want to be genuine. I want to be all those things. But I have learned that because I was nice. I was a people pleaser. I was going to go if I didn't want to go because I wanted to be nice. I was going to show up because I wanted to be nice. I was going to answer the phone because I wanted to be nice. But now I'm hurting. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I'm drained. I didn't want to be here, but I'm here because I'm trying to be nice. And then I have to I deal with that.
I have to sacrifice in my life because
so
I was being nice.
Just because I text you and say, thanks for the invite, but I'm gonna have to pass. That's not me being not nice.
Right.
That
was kind. Actually, it was kind of me.
That's what I would think sometimes. Right. Oh my God, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna, man, I'm tired.
Come on, Dani. Listen, this is something that I think, and I think we've gone through this journey because we have a lot of similarities in that area. We'd be like, man, I understand and I get it. And it's easy for me to tell you, like, Dani, you don't have to be like that. And it's easy for you to tell me. Right. But I think it's so hard sometimes for us to break out of that. I think my people pleasing comes from trying to please my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a good kid. We had so much chaos going on in my house and so much stuff going on, my siblings, just whatever was going on in life, that the only thing I didn't have anything else to give except to try to bring peace into a chaotic situation. So it's my nature now to always try to bring peace. But in bringing peace, you often have to sacrifice your own peace.
Yep.
And so you're like, I'll do whatever to make peace. And then at the end of the day, you're laying there like, I don't have peace. I'm
I don't have
stressed. I'm
peace.
tired.
Yeah.
So I think it's important for all of us to learn that difference between, you said nice and kind, being right. Is that what you said? Right. So being kind is a choice to choose to do thoughtful, be thoughtful, but you also get to think about yourself.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That's great. That's great. The evolution of Dani, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm gonna pull Dani back in for chatting live. We're gonna, force her up and out early in the morning.
Yeah.
So okay, she's not gonna.
I'm reading comments.
We're gonna do some chat live again one day. What's up? Whose comments are you reading? Good morning,
Alex said,
Lindsay
"You
Rose,
both
good
keep
morning."
impressing others." Okay, I couldn't. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
And then Molly said, "I heard she won an award."
Yes,
We both did.
we did.
We
That's
both
pretty
did.
exciting. Shout out to Nami Stark County
That heart shows up. Oh,
for
thank you.
shout out to Nami Stark County for recognizing us individually, even though for community impact.
Yeah.
And we both talked about it that day. It was like you just keep doing what you're doing and doing what you're doing and doing what you're doing, and you don't know how people are seeing you, and you're often, I don't know. It's like you
I
like
didn't
maybe
know
I'll get
how people were
recognized
seeing, like,
someday.
because sometimes, like, just in Canton, like, I really want to change mindsets here. Like, that's kind of like almost a goal of mine too, because there is so much that our city has to offer.
Yeah.
And I think we have been so used to our city not having so much to offer that we're like, ain't nothing to do here. When in reality, there's a lot to do here.
Right.
There's a lot of great business owners. There's a lot of great events that go on. And sometimes people just aren't used to open mic nights.
Yeah.
We had an open mic
That
night
was-
at District 111. It was amazing.
Time
Shout
out,
out
pause,
to
hold up. Dani, you killed. Shout out to
I had so much fun.
the
Miracle, Juanita,
and
Creative Meetup.
Creative Meetup, yes.
Yep, Charlie Parker, DJ.
And I don't want to take all of them did their thing, literally. And Dani, but I know you, I see you, I co-host with you, we do red carpets together, so I'll be right there with you, right? I see you in moments. So also being as close as we are, like we see each other fail, we see each other stumble sometimes. There's times where we stand there and we're like, what is the next thing to do? What's the next question to ask? You killed that you were so smooth at every moment. I'm like, and not like, who are you? Because I know it's like I'm close enough to know, like, no, I know for real. I see deep inside, like, this person can bring it and she got it and she shines. But the way you were handling that, I mean, it was just another one of those moments where I just want to look around at people and be like, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Like, this is and they were.
Yeah.
And they were.
Yeah.
Amazing job.
Yeah.
And I look forward to y'all doing it again.
Yeah, I have fun. Actually, it was one of those things again where, like, I think about my birthday parties, making sure everything is right. Everything goes good, because we're putting on a show.
Yes.
Like, we're doing something and it all needs to be perfect. And I know that not the weight was like in my, like, it was though, like, I had to keep this thing going. And there were dead spaces and maybe somebody not coming or showing, music not working. Like, well, how do we keep the people going? Because we gotta, I tell a joke. I made Charlie start rapping.
Right.
Like, I didn't even know that was gonna happen.
He killed it.
Just like what's the word? Like, improvising.
Yes.
And like, I don't know, it just, that felt so natural. And that's like another like thing that I want to start, getting involved in. Like, I'm also going to be emceeing the Melanated Mothers Affair.
Yes.
So Kara Gardner.
When is that and what's that? Because
that is in
people know
May.
that's coming up for Mother's Day. Around Mother's Day.
Yes, the tickets are on sale right now. Like general and VIP tickets are available right now. I can
Where is that going to be? Well, yeah, we'll make sure you post that too.
At special occasions. But Kara Gardner, actually, she was on John P's podcast. Her daughter is Kaylin Carter. She was in the cotillion. But it was funny how I think this all came about because there were people being rude on Facebook. There was this page that was like, what happened to all the the Timken the Timken girls that was pregnant. Where are they now? But they were like talking about him, like real derogatory,
Yeah.
you know. And Kaya French got on there, Kara got on there,
Yeah.
and they kind of like read him down in a nice, classy
Yeah,
way.
like,
Like,
we made
well,
it.
my daughter is a, you know, she got a full ride here,
Yep.
and she this and she that, and
made
she
it.
this and she that, and I
Yes.
do this and I do that. So it was like they started to like they empowered themselves, and from that, you know, Kara, I'm not gonna speak on what she wants to do because she has a lot of really cool things that she wants to do. But this is kind of birthed out of that situation. You see how anger can bring out
Yes.
can bring some good things.
Yes.
So they were angry about them saying all that about them. And then they're like, well, how dare y'all? Like, we're
Right.
doing great things and we're some really good really good mothers, and they all are. And so this Mother's Day affair is going to be bringing us all together.
Wow.
So
it's in light of that.
yeah, it's
I didn't realize
it's
that.
so there are some other things that she wants to do.
Sure.
So this is gonna be like the documentation of all of that.
Mm.
So it's all I can say.
Okay.
But I'm just honored to be a part of it because I'm a mother, and when I go, people know things about me.
Yeah.
But I think I want to be a little more vulnerable and open up about a situation that happened to me when I was 15. So I'm just honored to have been asked. I'm honored to just be seen as a person to ask to do that. You know, like even the open mic, like I told them 1,001 times, like, thanks for asking me to do this. Like, you guys are excited that I'm coming to do it, but I'm excited to do it. Because 2 years ago, you guys wouldn't be asking Dani to do it. Like, you know, like, so now that we've built this platform and like more of a name for ourselves, like I was doing True Body and I was Coach Danielle, Coach Dani, whatever, but people got to see me in a different light.
Yes.
So now they're like,
your host.
yeah,
Dani now.
your
I
host.
love
Then
the
I
name.
changed my name, like working here, like I'm be your host Dani because I'm hosting stuff, and now that's like
It's a real
my
thing.
stage
It's a
name.
manifestation. It is absolutely your stage name. It is a perfect manifestation of who you are. It was already inside of you. I always think of Transformers like the little toys, but transformation is not becoming something you weren't. It's bringing out something that was already there. So your transformation has just been, this is who you were, and now you're getting a chance to shine. Your mom says, let's see what your mom says. She said, I've always told Dani growing up, she is better than Canton, but she is showing what Canton has to bring in a positive form. And as a mom, you feel like, like these kids came from heaven and our kids become more than what we like. Sometimes our kids become more than we could even imagine. We'd be like, I didn't know you could be all that. And I think that's probably true of you. Whenever I talk to your parents, they're just as amazed as the rest of us. Cause I'd be like, high five, good job. And they'd be like, thank you. And they'd be like, but she also did her thing. They don't take too much credit for it because they're like, we did the best we could, like every parent. And she took it from there. And Tiff too. You guys are amazing. Shout out to your parents. Cause every time I see them, I like to tell them that. Cause I'm
just
amazed.
telling Reem like how, because he's 7 and he's kind of on punishment this week. But I was just telling him though, like how I'm gonna start to like not request, but like ask more of him. Like I want him to start doing more, and I told him why I wanted him to start doing more. And his older brother Sonny, he just spray painted his bike the other day, and then he rode it around the city, our neighborhood, right? And so as I'm telling Reem that I'm gonna start to ask more of him, like you're getting older, I'm ask more of you. I said because when you're 12,
right,
you should be not only spray painting your bike, but maybe put some lights on it.
Right.
Maybe you got a design on it. As like the goal is for you to always be further.
I love
you
that.
know. So Sonny's learning this stuff now, but like when you're 12, you should know how to change your tire on your bike.
That's sweet. That's a great idea.
So I told him, I want to get him now. Like I want to start folding your clothes. He does certain little chores, but we're gonna up it up a notch. You know what I mean? Because I was like 8, then 9, then 10, and then 10, 11. I mean, and then he does have younger cousins and stuff. Me and Tiff are close. So I was like, you're about to be a big cousin. I know you're already a big cousin. Like this one might be a little different though, because this one
it's gonna be close.
I'm gonna be I work from home, so I'm gonna be having the baby. So I'm like, Reem, you're gonna be get the diaper, do this, do that. You're gonna have some more responsibilities too. So, because he's like, you're not having the baby. I'm like, well, my sister is.
Right.
And you don't know how much
We-
Tiff had you.
Right.
You know?
Right. I owe her some babysitting. I
I owe her some. So, just trying to, my dad always tells me like what I'm doing is something that he wanted to do.
That's amazing.
And so I still, when he says it, I don't know. I gotta ask him like, what were your dreams?
Yeah.
What did you want to do?
Yeah.
But helping kids, he will always come make the hot dogs for the kids.
Right.
Cook, he made 80, 90 well, that year he didn't because we have food trucks.
Oh, okay.
I leveled up a little bit.
Right.
My dad cooked all the food for my camps.
Wow.
He made sure we had all the food. He cooked it all. But he was like, I love what you're doing. I've always wanted to give back to the kids. I've always wanted to,
I gotta support it.
So, I don't know. Just my mom put me around people like Miss Betty Smith,
You said that.
Vicki Armstrong, Kids Summit, strong.
Your godmom, just everybody. She made sure.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
It takes a village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think even too, I'm mixed. My mom is white, like she's Romanian, but she was intentional about making sure I was around other strong Black women.
Yeah.
So I knew who I was.
Right.
Like, so.
Beautiful. Shout out to her. She is in the building the whole time. Dani, thank you so much. Week 1, kicking off Lucas Live. This is 6 years. The 6-year anniversary of my mom passing was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I started the show like this week, 6 years ago. It makes me emotional. But what you've come into Lucas Live and helped me build means so much to me. And I'm so grateful for you and Tiff. And it just means more than I can say, more than I can tell people. Because when somebody comes into something that's not just a business, this is not just a business to me. This is a labor of love. It's an honor of my mom every day when I'm pushing, when I'm doing it, when it's hard. I'm like, that's who I was raised to be.
Yeah.
Though. And it's for her. And shout out to your grandma. You have that same energy from that drives you in so many ways. So thank you for everything you do for me and the Lucas Live media, for this community. And just keep shining.
Yeah, thank you. I will.
All right.
Shout out to Nami. Shout out to Lucas Live. Shout out to my parents. Thank y'all.
Thank you, everybody.
Mom. Yep, that was fun. It's hot in here.
It's hot here. We're going to get you out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for being with us on another episode of Lucas Live. We'll see you tomorrow. Shahidra Strong, 8 a.m. Strong Family Weekend is coming up. They got a lot going on. We're going to hear about it tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We'll see you guys then. Bye, everybody.